Good morning. Welcome to today's mental fitness here at Urban Harvest and Rooms. We welcome all of our virtual team and 18 members virtually joining us this morning. And we'll be starting the training with the topic that says land leading matters. So the intro video asks that how well do we know land documentations? Do we know which and which is which? So today we'll be giving us few tips on land documentation, why we need to know more about our land documentation. Because anything that has to do with title has to do with legal. So land legal matters. And we start with an opening quote which says, it's not a fool man who does not own a piece of land. That's from an Hebrew proverb. It's not a fool man who does not own a piece of land. That shows that land is a commodity that each and every one of us must have, we must possess. And as land is also an essential of life, just like we have shelter, food, and clothing, which are the three essential parts of human life. So we go by defining what land is. Through Oxford Dictionary, it says it's fine land as the surface of the earth that is not safe. The surface of the earth that is not safe. And in other words, land is real estate. It's real, something physical, which is an asset that can be used for various purposes as the owner wishes. So, as we have land, different people use their land for different purposes. It could be commercial, industrial, residential, different purposes you wish, and some it's an asset, like I said, an investment. You just want to have it and keep it for heritage or social status, whichever the owner wishes. So we go to the next slide, which says, what brings about legality in land matters? What brings about it? It's the answer is title. So what is title? Title are legal documents that shows or serve as an evidence for ownership for land or landed property. So land is what we all know. So what is the landed property here? It's houses, whatever is on a land, it's what we refer to as landed property. So the document also determines its value and its security. That's what the document also signifies. So if you have a title document on your land, it will also bring about the value and the security, because various land, depending on what the documents they have, the title, that's what the value will entail when it's about to go for exchange, when it comes to selling. So we have various land documentation. Legal documents on land. Here I listed about 14 items, which are the various types of documentation we have on land. The first one is the certificate of occupancy, which is the CFO we all know. So while the second one is deed of assignment. The third one states land certificates. The fourth one position. The fifth here is deed of lease. The sixth we have the deed of sublease. Then we have land. We have deed of mortgage as well. We have deed of gifts, deed of grants, then survey plan, governor's consent, registered conveyance, then purchase receipt. All these listed items are documents on land. Various land with different documentation. While some of them have more than one, some have more than two, depending on what the owner has processed. So the next slide is, which of these legal documents is Adbon giving? Here at Adbon, which one are we giving to our customers out there? We have the purchase receipt and contract of sales, which is the first. Then we give deed of assignment after full purchase as well. Then we have the survey plan. It could be registered or provisional survey. Those are the three items we give here at Adbon Harvest and Rooms. So when customers are asking what document, what title, so they can refer to it as document or title, depending on what they understand or what they call it, they know it on. So we are going to define what some of these documents are. So first, we have the purchase receipt. It's a part of the land document, which is a written acknowledgement of having received a specific amount of money for exchange of the product. And the product here, it could be land or house in this case. So here at Avon, when customer buy land, we give a purchase receipt to show that, oh, this is the amount, stating all details of the location, the description, the land size, and the amount received from the customer. Next, we have deed of assignment. What is deed of assignment? It's a document stating the transfer of ownership of a parcel of land from one individual to another. So in this case, it's from Admiral Adebayo to our customer when they receive the deed of assignment. So in other words, a deed of assignment is needed in transaction whereby the original owner of an allocated land from the state government wishes to transfer its claim of such asset to another individual, or where multiple transferring of ownership has occurred. Deed of assignment, it's always an agreement from one person to the other, showing all details. Deed, it's a title, then the assignment is the agreement. So what makes up the deed of assignment is the title and the agreement. That's what we refer to as a document as a whole. So sometimes we get the deed of assignment and it goes further by doing the stamp duty to register it finally, which when there is a legal issue, when tender at the court of law, it's valid. So the next one we have here is survey plan. What is survey plan? This is a legal document that entails relevant information about the parcel of land, such as measurement, description, owner, and so on. So we have this on the survey plan. The essence of survey plan is to ascertain if the proposed land is under government acquisition. Without this survey plan, you won't know if a property or land rather is under government acquisition. So you need this to check, because after drafting the survey plan, you still have to go ahead and take it into the Ministry of Land in which the land is located to verify if it's acquired for the government or it can be owned by an individual or group of people. So this, we have what is CFO. CFO, Certificate of Occupancy. It's a title issued by the government of a state to lease a piece of land to an individual for a tenure of 99 years, in line with which the Land Users of 1978 of Nigeria has given. So with this CFO, which is so popular that everybody wants CFO on their land, most of them don't know that it's a long lease, though it's transferable with the unexpired year. It's as if for 99 years. After that, you have to renew or it's revert back to the state government in which it was issued. Whereas in some cases, we have the federal CFO and we have the state CFO. Most people prefer the state CFO due to administrative of the state. Power can change and the federal may not have a say in that state, just like we have it in Nigeria. Most people buying land, they prefer Lagos State CFO than the federal, because let's use the politics as an example. Imagine the federal level it's one party and the state level is another party. The policy they will be bringing will be different. So people prefer the state CFO to the federal CFO. That's what the Certificate of Occupancy. And it's also the highest level of title documents on land. That's why there's some of our customer asking, does the land have CFO? You can always tell them we don't have one, we can always process it for them. So the question here is, does Agon help in processing the CFO title document? The answer is yes. Sorry, the slide is not showing the question right now. So the answer is yes. On request, we assist our clients and customers to process their legal document for their allocated piece of land at the Ministry of Land with a fee, in quotes, to be charged, which is not fixed as it is subject to review. So if anybody is asking what is the charge for CFO, it's always subject to review. Presently, we have a particular price that the Ministry of Open State is charging, but in the next 2 months, in the next 3 weeks, we don't know what they will be charging. That's why it's always subject to review. So obtaining a valid deed of assignment and survey plan are vital in the process of getting the governor's consent, a prerequisite of a CFO. Most of the land, when it already has CFO, you don't need to do another CFO, because a piece of land cannot have two C of O. After a C of O, the next thing is governor's consent. So most people don't know the difference. If a land already has C of O, you don't need to go ahead and do C of O. You only get a governor's consent of that state that, oh, you are getting a transfer from this body. A governor's consent is also a documentation like the deed of assignment that will be prepared as an agreement. So it will be transferred to you that, oh, you acquired this land that already has C of O from one individual to you as a new owner of the land. That is what the C of O and the documentation entails here. And to process that, that's why you need a valid deed of assignment and a survey plan registered. The next one here is a wisdom quote. It says, "A land without a title is a dead asset." Any land that does not have any title, a form of title, receipt, deed of assignment, survey plan, anything at all, it's always a dead asset. You can't say you have an asset when you don't have the documentation, the title to it that can claim that, oh, this is the evidence that I am the owner of this land. And this quote is from me, Adebayo. And thank you for joining us on today's training. If you have any question, comment, suggestion, kindly drop on our comment section. You have a wonderful week ahead.